Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Weir. What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back down to the Fart Dunge. Oh, we're somber today. This is not fun if you're a Reds fan. Boo. Not fun. But hey, I'd like to say we've been through worse. But it's hard to remember a time where it's been this bad for this long of a stretch.
Well,
I'm thinking, like, I can't recall seeing our pitchers walk 7 guys in a row or seeing a position player 3 games in a row come out to pitch an inning.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. It's cool seeing Jose Trevino pitch twice in a week, live and in person.
That's pretty cool. Those knuckleballs.
Dude, just no gas.
Yeah.
The opposite of gas, dude. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was busy. I was at Commonwealth Comedy Club. That was super fun. Shout out Commonwealth. If you haven't been there, go check it out. What are you doing? It's one of the best clubs in town.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that was good. And then I was just got back from shooting a little sketch thing for Future Science, which is coming up on the 24th. I believe. And that's going to be at Commonwealth. Yeah, so I had a busy weekend. It was fun. You also had a busy weekend. You and Jake did some fun stuff. Well, arguably.
Okay. So Jake's not here because he had to bust it to work because we drove back from Pittsburgh directly after the game. I'm exhausted. I am tired.
From the drive, just from witnessing that terror that was going on in the house of horrors that is PNC Park.
Oh my gosh, dude! There was a guy there with a 55 jersey, and on the back it said Cueto with the dash. Cueto that he wore to the game, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Grade A trolling.
That burns. That still burns.
Oh, that chase burns so bad.
Yeah.
Dude. I was like, oh, man, we literally dropped the ball. That sucks. But it was great, dude. We left Saturday morning, 10 a.m., and then got to our wonderful hotel, the Motel 6. It was literally a place to sleep, and that was it. I was like, $78 with tax for each of us to get a room. Sign me up.
And they let you pee anywhere.
Dude, pee all over. Yeah, dude, I peed in the TV.
You can pee in the elevator there.
Yeah, dude, that's cute. You thought they had an elevator?
Nah.
No way, dude. And and then left right after the game, left from the Oliver garage, went fucking straight to my house, and I peed, swapped stuff out of the camera bag, and now I'm here. It's... Whew.
Yeah, man, we are each tired, but I'm glad you guys got to go out there. Was that your first time at PNC?
It's my second. I went with Garrett in 2022. Garrett Teitelbaum, friend of the pod. And, dude, that park is elite.
That's what I keep hearing.
Going back-to-back days and, like, doing the laps, soaking it in, like, it is... probably now, like, after really digging in, that's got to be a top 3 ballpark.
That's what I keep hearing. Everyone that's been there tells me it is tops. You need to go there. The best I've been to was Petco Park. I went there last year, and that was fun. Got to see the Reds win, and that stadium was immaculate. And I keep hearing that PNC tops that. So that's on my bucket list. Dude,
well, we're going in June. We're going back.
We need to make it happen.
You got to come with us. It was so, dude, they redid the outfield, and like it fully wraps. You can walk from one foul pole to the other foul pole, wide concourses, and like we found this Fatheads bar that's like a little off center, like left center field, and they had like a seating area with a stool for each little spot. And sat there for today's game, Sunday's game, just soaked in the sun, almost dead center behind home. It was fucking great.
Awesome.
Like, just, the sun was out, the clouds behind, like, it was beautiful. And then turn around, and then there's the Roberto Clemente Bridge. They've got giant bobbleheads for each year they won the World Series that are so fucking cute. The food, the fans were so nice.
Good.
You're in the bleachers, like, you don't feel removed. Like, the bleachers here, you feel like kind of up and removed, but it's still a great angle.
For sure.
But there, you're dug in. Like, you are right up against the wall. It was right in front of the Reds bullpen. That was sick. But, like, PNC does everything but, like, okay, PNC Park is better than Great American Ballpark.
Okay.
Done. But, like, there's little things Great American does better. Like, the beer selection is real close.
Okay.
It's real neck and neck. But, like, sometimes, like, their walk-in marts are a little smaller. What else? Like, the food selections, regional options, neck and neck. But what tops it is just overall vibe combined with, I'm sorry, I'm zapped. But like the in-between inning games on the scoreboards, theirs are better.
Really?
Dude, they had a game where it was like you had two people racing each other with pirate ships collecting coins on the Jumbotron.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, dude, it was so sick.
That's fun.
And we watched a dude come from behind to win by one coin to almost set the season record for coins collected.
And did the stadium go nuts?
Stadium, dude, it was just like someone homered. So they were fully committed, locked in it, and it's a shame that the ownership neglected this franchise for so long because those fans are so great and so deserving. 90% of them were so nice.
That's good because you don't want to go into a stadium where you remember the fans more than what you do, like the actual stadium, because sometimes it can be a bummer. But of course, it's always the outliers that tend to be the loudest and things like that. So you don't want to associate them. You don't want to make the good people feel bad for the bad people.
Exactly. The walk in is so nice. Like, you cross over the Roberto Clemente Bridge, you go in, dude. Okay, so I gotta tell you this: I'm standing out, I'm taking photos of the bridge. We're walking. I stop. I hop up. I take some photos. Because it's a beautiful, partly cloudy, bright blue day, and I'm just snapping away. And then the bridge goes up, down, whatever, with the suspension, the things holding it, dude. There's this guy tucked in between one of those, and he's playing the sax. He's getting down, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice him. And I was like, oh, cool. And I'm walking to get closer to him, and he looks at me. He goes, hey, you stop taking photos of me. You fucking stop taking photos of me. I was like, I'm not. I'm taking photos of the bridge. He's like, yeah, that's what all the white people say. And I was like, cool, man. I'm not. And just kept walking in. As I'm walking away, I look back, and, like, he's just got these two top teeth.
That's all you need, man.
Just a fucking trashy vampire.
Just make quick work of a hot dog. That's all you need. That's why everyone comes here to PNC. They always want to take photos of me on my bridge.
My bridge? Hey, you're in my house. This is where I live.
Yeah.
Okay? This protects me from some rain. And then we're on our way out. You know, we lose 1-0. We're on our way out, and the guy... I'm on the walkway, and he's playing sax. He pulls the saxophone out of his mouth, looks at me, leans in, and goes, "Who day? We day." And I looked down, and I went, "Wrong sport."
Yeah.
And then he just went, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, man, fuck you." And I'm like, great. Cool, dude. Awesome. And as we were approaching, I was about to, I look at Jake. I was like, there he is. He goes, oh, you should take his picture.
Ah, that'd be a gnarly.
And I was like, you know what? I should, but I'll pull out my phone and get in his face.
Yeah.
And then he does that. And I was like, you know what? Null and void. We're good.
Yeah, you're going to win that one. I mean, he's living on a bridge, so I think you got that.
Yeah, Pittsburgh doesn't have, like, bridge trolls. They have bridge musicians.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we have just bridge fires, apparently.
Oh, my. Again.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man.
Dude, I was driving by. I honest to God didn't even notice. Like, it's just such, like, white noise at this point. Yeah. The bridge is on fire. Yeah, of course. It's supposed to be.
Sure. At least our river isn't on fire, huh?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Never mind. It is.
Yeah. Fuck you, Cleveland. No, they're fine. But it's you didn't even notice. You're just like, whatever.
I saw cop cars. I'm not sure if the smoke wasn't blowing in the way that I was driving, but I'm trying to, like, beat feet to get back home for this.
Yeah.
And then as I'm just getting over the bridge, I'm like, there's a lot of cop cars over there.
Yeah.
So I didn't notice.
Didn't even just gone.
I'll catch the next one. Yeah. I don't need to see this bridge fire to understand what the next one's going to be like.
No, yeah. You saw the smoke and it's like, oh, did the city elect a new pope? No, it's Blackfire. We got to keep voting.
Yeah, we're just melting steel beams.
Oh, man. Skyline chili melts steel beams.
It really can. Well, glad to have you back here safe and sound. Jake back as well. I'll make my trip out to PNC eventually here.
We'll dig more in when he's here next week. Just because, like, I really want to talk about the food. We both had it, and, like, it's, man.
I need a breakdown on the food. I mean, if you got the time.
Food's
but I know
great.
we got some stuff to get to, which isn't the greatest stuff. I mean, you guys watch these games. There was nothing to cheer about.
Hey, that's not true.
Chase Burns.
That
was fun. Sal Stewart almost got in a fight.
Dude. Okay. Let me get a little sip of this, and then we're gonna do the ad read.
Okay.
And then we're gonna launch into it, huh?
Yeah, we're just gonna have to pull that Band-Aid off, all right? This is just a temporary pain. That's what it is.
Is it? I'm scared.
I hope.
I'm scared. This show is brought to you by Cincy Light. Cincy Light, the spirit of Cincinnati. Cincy Light is a crisp, refreshing, light lager brewed in partnership with Cincy Reigns, benefiting student athletes. You can get Cincy Light in 12 packs, 24 packs, on draft, and the tall Cincinnati Daddy cans. Also, Cincy Light Lime, the taste of summer. You can get that 12 packs, 24 packs on draft tall cans. And introducing that dropped on Sunday, Cincy Light Lime Watermelon and Sea Salt.
That looks so good. I'm not really like a big watermelon guy, but I've had some watermelon drinks, and they're top notch.
Look, there has been a watermelon beer-sized hole in my heart since 21st Amendment closed its doors and stopped really distributing
That's
beer.
what the one I really loved.
I love that beer.
Yeah.
We would drink the fuck out of that at McLeavy's.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Back in the heyday of McLeavy's time.
Yeah, if anyone remembers WG Kitchen and Bar in the Banks, I used to work there, and we had that 21st Amendment thing, that watermelon beer.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Oh, man. It's great. I bet that you could, like, make, like, a gin drink with that as the float.
Ooh.
That would be banging. Because I've done, like, where you take, like the grapefruit rattler?
Yeah.
The Speets or whatever? That, and then you put a gin float on it, or, if you're nasty, tequila float. Game, set, match, buddy.
Oh, sounds tasty, man.
It is the perfect summer cocktail.
We'll have to do that.
And it just sneaks up on you.
Oh,
You have like 4 of them, and you're like, what the fuck? And you're like, tequila.
Yeah, and also having beers in a margarita, those are super fun.
Those are great. Dude, that's 2 weeks in a row we've talked about that.
Yeah.
Dude, I think we know what you need in your life.
I do.
The sun, a beer and a margarita, and the Reds to win.
That and Bridge Troll yelling at me with a saxophone. I could take that. And, yeah, definitely having a W would
Definitely a dub. Well, this was a pretty rough end of the week for the Cincinnati Reds. The start of the week was cool, taking 2 out of 3 from the Rockies. Huh? That's right.
Something.
Then we went to Pittsburgh, and they sunk our battleship. We got swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. I had a fan yell at me when I was walking into PNC on Sunday, look at me and go, the Reds are frauds. And I was trying not to lose my mind. And I was like, these Reds aren't frauds. They're not frauds. And then you kind of peel the layers back like we have all season, and you think they might be frauds.
I don't think they're frauds. What I think is the pitching staff. Did they have the flu? I have never seen collectively a group of pitchers perform this poorly. I don't know what it is. It can't just be the park.
No.
There had to have been something other than them just all collectively just deciding to not do well.
I was there. It was so cold.
Okay.
It was brutal cold. It felt like a March 28th game. So I'm going to give credit where credit's due, but 7 walks in a row, setting and or tying a walk record consecutively, just because it's cold, there's something else there. There's something else underlying, man. And it was rough. It was rough. It was rough, but you know what? We'll put it behind us. And when I mean frauds, I don't mean like, oh, like they're fake or like, no, there's no way this is sustainable. It's like the wins are wins. They're not fraudulent wins because they won. Mm-hmm. But we talked about it. The way that they were winning, like when they swept the Rangers, like scoring 2 runs on 3 hits and just getting guys from second to score, like, and winning all of these 1-run games. Like the Reds finally dropped a 1-run game on Sunday. That wasn't sustainable. Mm-hmm. And it seemed like they lost every way they could this weekend, be it the slugfest and the walkfest on Saturday. Friday was just rough too, with Brady hanging them and throwing some flat fastballs. And then Sunday, not being able to generate base runners or power to score 2 runs.
And that really does have an effect, too, on the offense when you're immediately put behind the 8 ball. And it's a tone-setting thing, too. Like when we had, Brandon Williamson, who was not doing well, and Rhett Lauder. It's difficult to get, your guys all, generating some momentum there. You're like, oh, man, we got to really, play outside ourselves, and that's not what you want to do. You got to string together hits.
Right.
When the home runs happen, they'll happen. But it did just feel like everyone is trying to play, 1,000 times better when they're supposed to.
Right.
And then the pitching I'm just hoping that we aren't going to see performances like this, collectively again for the rest of the year.
Think about how long it took for the Reds to get swept last year. Mm-hmm. It took until September by the Dodgers.
Yes.
And not the playoffs. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
It was just God, it sucked. It just fucking sucked being there and watching it happen. Driving there, posting up being like, they're going to at least get one of these, right? And then coming home and being like empty-handed, just stretched and gaped.
Yeah,
it
dude.
Sucks.
He got bent over and taken to the pump, man.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I'm hoping that, with the weather playing a bit of a factor, them maybe just being out of their element a little bit, maybe there was something going around the clubhouse. Hopefully that will be an opportunity for them to really look at, like, hey, what are we doing incorrect at this point?
Yeah.
There's some stuff we're going to pull up here with Andrew Abbott in a little bit, and then, Sal Stewart has cooled off. And, obviously you're not expecting the guy to hit 174 RBIs in a season, especially in his rookie year. I know, right? I know, I'm disappointed. He isn't Superman.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I feel very confident that this 22-year-old will be fine. But, yeah, when you have your star players not doing that well, and then when you're just down so many runs, it's really hard to just stay in the game.
Yeah.
So I am just hoping that this is just the outlier series, and they can really turn it around. And then the next time we play, the Buccos, it'll be much, much different.
Yeah, it just sucks that they came to Cincinnati, took 2 out of 3, and then it's like, man, if we could take 2 out of 3 in Pittsburgh, it'd be great. And then just being like there, and like, if we could just take 1 in Pittsburgh, that would be great. And then it's like, oh, we're taking none in Pittsburgh. This is going to Chicago.
Oh, no.
And they're hot. It's scary, dude. It's scary.
Yeah, I would feel much better if we had a healthy Hunter Green, obviously, and we have Lodolo, who's going to be pitching on Friday.
Hey,
that's something.
That's something.
But it's not going to be in the Cubs series, correct?
No, it's going to be against Houston.
And I'm not expecting him to be immediately the Rhett Lauder that we expect.
Or the Nick Lodolo.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Thank you. We got a long. It's been long.
It's been a weekend.
Yeah, Lodolo, when he comes back, I'm hoping he will at least be better than Brandon Williamson and some of the other performances that we've seen from the players. So hopefully he will be above average for our starters have been turning in.
Right.
But we definitely need to have some sort of come to Jesus moment for this starting rotation.
Yeah, let's dig into Brady Singer here. And it was 3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, and a K. The problem that you have here is that Brady lives off of the sinker, lives on the sinker movement, then hoping that his slider and sweeper can fool him. Mm-hmm. Well, when Brady's sinker doesn't move like it's supposed to, it's a fucking changeup.
Yeah, dude. And a lot of those things were belt high. I mean, just putting it on a tee. And when you're struggling to really find the zone and you're constantly, what I kept seeing is we're constantly behind in counts.
Yep.
And when you have pitchers just being that comfortable in the box against you and just knowing like he's going to have to throw me a strike, and we are not blowing people away with like a 98 mile an hour fastball or a slider that's biting, and your stuff is just flat, you're going to get crushed.
Yeah. Well, he was throwing it like his sinker, trying to throw it high and inside on people, and it was not going great. And then you look at the majority of where he got shelled, and it's middle. 93 flat middle means you're going to have 3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, and 1 K. He only had 3 whiffs. Again, I understand that it was unseasonably cold, but this shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, their pitchers seem fine, and it's gonna be cold in Chicago, I imagine. So that is, I guess, if there is a silver lining besides Chase Burns going, making it through 7 and not giving up a run, I think it would be that we can look directly at most of the causes of this, and it was poor pitching and people pitching much lower than what the back of their ball card would say. So I'm hoping that Abbott will turn it around, Singer will get back in a groove, and when Lodolo comes back up, he's going to be the Lodolo that we expect, and maybe that'll take some of the pressure off some of these other guys.
Well, you look at, where did he go? Yeah, Rhett Lauder. Rhett Lauder on Saturday was bad. Bad's an understatement.
Yeah.
1 inning pitched, 8 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, 1 K, no whiffs. Rhett didn't have it. The thing with Rhett not having it is Rhett is solely a control guy. He can move north, south, east, west, and dot a sinker, dot the changeup, hit you with the slider, like all of this, and live on the corners. When he does not have that, it's bad. I mean, it's like he doesn't have an exit strategy pitch. He doesn't have something where he can be like, all right, if I can't dot my 94, my 93, we're a little screwed, because my sweeper is not going to be able to fool you too much, and my slider isn't going to fool you too much because I'm tunneling them perfectly. And he not only wasn't tunneling it perfectly, he was missing low and inside or outside. And he was missing arm side. It was like a mechanical issue that, like, I mean, I'm in the outfield slurping down chili dogs. I don't know what that is. I'm sitting here trying not to fart right now. But what I do know is it wasn't good. Everything was either running or it was in the dirt, and he could not find the strike zone. And it was almost like he was afraid of the strike zone. And then you moved over to Connor Phillips, and then he was also arm side, outside, or in the dirt. And it was like, are you guys afraid of the strike zone?
That's what it looked like, and I don't want to just say it was that, but at the same time, when you're seeing like Rhett Lauder, top half and bottom half, which is so discombobulated. I mean, at insult to injury, he about fell off the mound.
Right.
And it had that bulk, and it moved Cruz over to second, I believe, and it was just like, it never got better. And you do hold a bit of a bandwidth for Rhett Lauder, because his first inning tends to be the bugaboo, and he gets better and better as the game progresses. So I was like, okay, the Reds have come back for more. They can, change this game in just an inning or two. And it just got progressively worse from there.
It just worse is, I don't know if it can get any worse than what I saw on Saturday. I mean, people were buying Jake drinks.
Oh,
that's
like, we feel bad for you, buddy.
We feel so bad. There was another lady who was there who was buying. She was wearing a Reds hat, but she lives in Pittsburgh, and I didn't ask how she was a fan or whatever. She had like really nice long nails. She had clear blonde extensions and a lot of lip filler. Versace sunglasses. So our assumption is that she works in some type of nighttime industry.
Good for her.
Which is great. Benefit for us. She was like, what yins want? And I was like,
yins want.
I was like, I'll take a Diet Coke. And Jake was like, I'll take a beer. And she went, honey, I got a guy at the bar. Come on. And he was like, gin and tonic. And she came back with a double gin and tonic.
That's what you love. Thank you, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh rips for that. And then she's like, here's your Diet Coke. And I was like, don't judge me. And then we were just getting, it was like, it was bad. It was like third inning. Jake had finished. No, it was like the second inning. Jake had finished it. And then we were like, we're going to go walk around, find something to eat. And we found another spot. And these dudes bought him a tall beer. And they're like, you need this. And it's like, great. So like, they knew how bad of a situation it was for us. They were nice enough to be like, you came to see us. We're having a great time. You aren't. Feel better.
Yeah.
That's how bad Saturday was.
Oh, that's so rough.
Is that they're like, here's an $18 beer for free. Cheer up, idiots.
Well, thanks for that. And my goodness, dude. I mean, hopefully this gets put behind him here. And again, it seemed very evident that the pitching was the source of the issues. And granted, a lot of players have cooled off, but it's also in combination, I feel, weather-related.
It was cold.
The pitching, it's so hard to generate any momentum for your offense. Yeah. So you feel like you got to come back from 7-run deficit.
Sure, and also like this might be stupid. It might not. Like maybe Rhett just wasn't used to that mound. You know what I mean? Like it could be something's off, and it's like his follow through, like the way he can finish. Like it could be the mound. Who knows? Like
this is all new to him.
Like if you like look, pitchers come and complain about Great American Ballpark's mound. They say that it's like too low or something, and like, and so like who knows? Maybe they say something like, "Yeah, man, their mound sucks." I don't know, but these results say that there was something up. But you know who really liked that mound? Chase Burns, dude. Chase Burns today was awesome. He pitched into the 8th. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks, and he was dotting and fooling with his slider. He got a strikeout on his changeup on Sunday.
Go, man.
Like, and it was like because he worked his way up the ladder, hit him with the slider, got some kind of fouled off weak contact, and then he hit him with the gas again, fouled it off if I remember correctly, and then. Full count, change up. It didn't have to be perfect. It just had to be executed, and he executed it, dude. And watching him rear up, starting at 95.9 miles per hour, going from that, and then gaining by the time that he was yanked, 100 miles an hour. Again, when he starts, the fastball, when he's at 95, 96, it's got good break. It's got good arm side movement. But then once he's elevating the velocity, it starts to lose that movement.
Yeah.
But he's already established that he can move it, and instead of leaning on it, he's now just hurling gas and being like, now you got to just try and catch up with it. I've increased 3-4 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's an additional weapon for him, is just literally changing the sight of his pitches and shape and speed throughout the course of a game,
right?
Which is terrific. And just seeing him build that confidence, be able to develop that third pitch that could be a tremendous out pitch, that's just going to get batters just on their heels even further.
Right. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect. It just has to be effective.
Yeah. Establish that you can throw it for a strike.
Right. Well, it was in the dirt, and like he didn't even have to do that.
Yeah.
He raised the eye level, and he was like, okay, he's worked me here, east, west. Okay. And then just fooled him like with it. Drop. Oh, it was sensual, dude.
Yeah, if you could make it look like a strike.
Yeah. But like, dude, he just looked in command all day. It was something to see. It was like, man, when he's got it, he was one of the few Red starters in that series who had it.
Yeah, hats off, Chase.
Yeah, you couldn't have two opposite spectrums here with Rhett Lauder and Brady Singer, and then Chase Burns over here of like what it's supposed to look like, what it's not supposed to look like. And
what he didn't do, he didn't walk 7 people, which is terrific.
That is 7. He didn't walk 7 batters in a row. Mm-hmm. You just love to see that, dude. And then you look at the lineup. Oh, man. Will Benson had 2 home runs this week.
That was great.
J.J. Bleday had a homer. Well, this is within the week. But he still has that 1 homer from when he played on Sunday. Mm-hmm. But 286, 444, 571 with an OPS of 1.015 and 14 AB. It's not a huge sample size, but you know what? You'll take that from the guy you called up in Louisville. Now, Spencer Steer's been hitting really well. 389, 476, 611 with a 1.087 OPS. On the week, Key Brian Hayes needs to be sent into the sun. Reese Hines, nilch, zeros. And he's back in Louisville.
Yeah.
I think it's time to say the Reese Hines experiment is finally, like, we have a result.
We have enough data points to realize that he is not capable at this point of hitting any professional breaking pitches.
No. And that sucks. He's a nice guy, but, like, and he can hit a fastball. And he can hit it far. But you throw him anything else, that ain't happening. Or him laying off of it.
Yeah, dude, and every pitcher knows, don't throw him a fastball. If you do, throw him one.
Throw him one.
Get him to think about it, make him think you might throw that fastball, and just throw a wrinkle up there, and he'll swing and miss all day. And it's a bummer. You wanted that power. You think he's a good guy. He's a good outfielder, but you just can't see him not produce every single time. He had a handful of games where he had some hits that resulted in RBIs.
Yeah.
However, you just can't have him swinging and missing, like just whiffing constantly.
Did I mention that Will Benson had 2 homers this week?
You did.
He's heating up. He's hitting the piss out of the ball.
Yeah, man.
It's like warning track. Like he had a homer on Saturday, and then he hit one on Sunday that I was like, man, this thing's getting out, and it didn't. It just didn't. Nathaniel Lowe, really solid week, 316, 381, 579 with an OPS of 960 with 1 home run. He's got 5 RBIs. Continue to keep him in the lineup, and like he's gonna keep hitting. Okay, I think it's time for me to get out a plate. And let me get something for you to eat. Hold on, it's right here. It's some crow. TJ Friel had a good week.
Oh, I know he did. And I love that. I do want to point out the home run that he had, it was on the inside. And if you're going to apply a pull swing on a pitch that's inside, that'll work. But when he's trying to pull, this is my main thing, is seeing him change his approach and swinging and trying to pull balls on the outer third. And that's why you were seeing him for a long while pop it out to center field or weakly dribble it to second base. Now, I love TJ Friel, and that was the thing that was a main concern for me because he was such a tone setter. He was the plate setter. You know, he was the master of chaos, and you're seeing your master of chaos trying to pull everything as opposed to slap it around, which was his big thing. That was concerning for me. However, he's doing better. I fully love that. Just something to monitor if he's going to try and pull everything, but he's doing better. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing better. Okay. I am hoping that this is sustainable because you need him to do this. And if he got a time machine and he's here doing this and he's coming back from 2023 and he's here now doing it, great. He laid down a couple bunts.
Yeah,
that were great.
Yeah.
That looked good. Like, oh man, if he heats back up, man, this is it. This is the guy. This is the guy that we need him to be. Now, here's a question. I'm not overreacting, and we have said that we believe in him, but do you believe in the move of putting Matt McClain in the 9-hole like they did it on Sunday? I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind that if you can have like JJ Bleday.
Your 2?
Yeah, or you can throw Spencer Steer in there while he's hot.
I agree.
McClain, for some reason, hasn't clicked yet. I mean, he was a guy I was so certain would carry over, from spring training and pick up where he left off in his 2023 season. I still think, he's definitely going to play a lot better than what he is currently. It just maybe, put him in the 9-hole for now because we really need to win games. We're not in a space where we can afford to let guys figure it out.
Right.
So, yeah, put him in the 9-hole. That might take some pressure off him. It might allow pitchers to overlook him a bit. Maybe they might cruise him, some fastballs a bit more, and then he starts getting hot.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. Like, he started hitting better last season when they dropped him in the lineup. I mean, look at what he did in the playoff series in LA. Like, he went off. Like, he had some good games in those 2 games.
Yeah, dude.
So I am all for keeping the low in the lineup, keep the pressure off of him, and just be like, you go be you, go get after it.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing, I'm really liking the construction of the lineup that they put out on Sunday. Look, they did not win. It was a 0-1 loss, but I am really liking that construction where you have Sal at third, picking it at third, and you're trying to get as many good bats in the lineup as possible.
Yeah, and that's what we need. Well, we need a lot of things currently, but outside of like the debaucherous series that we just saw in Pittsburgh, keeping Sal's bat in the lineup and only playing key in defensive situations late in games and maybe 1 out of every 3 games starting until like his bat can, do something.
Right. Do anything.
Yeah. And we can have Dane Myers in the 2-hole too. I mean, you can have TJ and then Dane maybe sometimes.
Yeah, I think Dane deserves more playing time. You look at what he did this week. He only had 5 ABs, but he's got 2 hits in those 5 ABs. He should be playing more.
Yeah, and how many times do you see him, even when he's getting out, it's normally like a 6-7 pitch at bat.
Yeah.
Like he's putting together really good at bats. He sees the ball well. His speed is dangerous. He's Spider-Man on the base paths. And he's really quick in the outfield.
Yeah.
I mean, you have TJ in left, Dane center. You can throw Steer out there and right, and you can really manipulate that lineup. And also, you don't have to stick to any of this. It's just, I think right now you have to go with whose hands are hot and just try and figure out how to kind of allow some of the guys to have space that need to kind of build up.
Since you don't have dogs in the outfield, when I mean dogs, I'm not discrediting any of these guys. You don't have you're like, all right, you've got Teoscar Hernandez in left, you've got Andy Pajes in center, and you've got Kyle Tucker in right field. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have set, done. You don't have those dudes. It's just circulating and figuring it out and being like, all right, who is hot? What hands are we playing? Getting hot, then they cool off, then you swap, and you just try and keep doing that and and Tito's just pulling all the levers because this is what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm. He wants to give everybody playing time.
Well, it's not even the playing time. It's like he wants to be able to pull these levers and be like, all right, I made the right call here. Okay, I'm not doing the right thing here. I'm doing this here. It's almost like it keeps him more engaged. It's like, I'm old. I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
Just give me something to do, like a fucking old, just like a retiree at the slot machine.
Yeah, here we go.
Keep pulling him. And that's what he wants to be doing.
Yeah, I would love. Could you get me a soda water out of there? I'm a little parched, please.
No.
But no, I think currently, if they can swap some people around, I want to see Dane Myers in there as much as possible. And TJ Friel, no shade. Absolutely love you. I love that you see that you're turning it around.
It's great.
Yeah. So if they can have them both in the lineup, I wouldn't mind seeing them 1 and 2. I mean, as long as they're hitting, I don't care what their name is.
I don't care what their name is, and I just care that if they're in the 1, they're in the 2, that they are hitting. That's it. So, and we're close there, man. Ellie, I mean, still, dude, Ellie had a respectable week. 250, 348, 450, 798, with a homer and 2 stolen bases.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get on him for not being a superstar every series, and he's made such big steps this year, especially defense and hitting from the right side of the plate. I'm not going to, isolate one series whatever, and when he's still doing better than most of the team.
Yeah, that Andrew Abbott start where Abbott kind of got back on track, where he did get back on track. Ellie was a vacuum.
Yeah.
And he had that play ranging from short over second base and getting there.
He was in short center field when he made that throw, and then also the play that he had when he ranged over to his glove side or his arm side, or went over to third base behind Key Brian Hayes and made that play to not even to get to the ball, but he's going away and then is throwing it across the diamond. I've never seen that before.
No, he's unreal. And so, he wasn't had an unreal scorching hot week. He had a good week.
Yeah, man.
And if he can consistently do that and get hot hitters that are playing in the outfield around him, great. I mean, like we said, Sal Stewart finally cooled off, and I think I know what he's doing. This is just a guess. Again, coming from a guy who is currently sweating because he's looking too hard.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like when he's getting fooled and getting behind in the count, he's just trying to push everything, like trying to push it through the hole that he's getting at second base and trying to get around and just dribble him around. Like he's a little lost. He's not seeing it great right now. And this is the first week all season where we're like, man, he's looked bad.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, and a lot of times you're going to have people just getting a little bit of a funk, and maybe he is trying to think a little bit too much at the plate instead of just trusting his hands, trust the swing that got you here. So maybe it could be that. And that's also a reflection, too, for the first few weeks, Sal Stewart and Ellie were carrying the entire offense.
Right.
So, and when they go a little cold, you don't have anybody else really stepping, when the offense is this bad or the pitching is this bad, it's going to be really hard to do anything.
Right.
But yeah, it does stand out in this situation when one of your big guys isn't producing. But I'm not concerned about the 22-year-old who is going to be a phenom. It's a little bit of a learning curve.
And you also are missing a Eugenio Suarez, a healthy Eugenio Suarez, which it makes us wonder how long was the oblique bothering him, like we said, where he wasn't hitting dingers.
Yeah, when it felt like he really adjusted. Now, I really do like him being able to hit singles, but it felt like that was what he was trying to do more so than his typical swing.
Right.
So that was kind of concerning is like, how long has that been going on? And, of course, when you get a healthy Gino back in the lineup, you got a guy that can just mash bombs and also gives that good vibes. Maybe that's what they needed to cool them off or warm them up.
Yeah. Dude, if Gino were to come, he's on the road with them he was there with Pittsburgh. Man, he hates the Cubs. He plays so well against the Cubs. He's got to be so mad he's missing this series.
Yeah, dude. So I can't wait for him to get back because that'll be, a shot in the arm for this offense and hopefully just the vibes in general.
Yeah.
Because he's the biggest addition that we made over the season, and we just haven't really gotten but a bit of a sampling of him.
Can you imagine like Lowe stays hot like he is, and then you throw in a hot Gino? Dude, I mean, you can see it coming together. It just didn't this week. Had a bad week, and hoping they can turn the corner, which with the additions coming back, Lodolo coming back, like it makes you feel a little better. Let's just hope. Just hope. And, dude, the bullpen had a little bit of a flux this week, too, with Ashcraft leaving, thinking about his family and whatever is going on. We know what's going on. His grandfather passed away. That sucks. We're thinking about you, dude. But thank you for coming back. Pierce Johnson being gone now, we don't know what's going on with there. But, like, you had to break glass in case of emergency with Franco up here already, and your depth being tested with Zach Maxwell, who got fucking shelled on Friday, dude. And he was already like inconsistent in Louisville with a lot of walks. And then you bring Luis May, so like your bullpen depth was tested, and it didn't do great. But you didn't score enough runs to do it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And you walked a fuck ton of people, so it doesn't really matter that your bullpen depth is being tested. They are tired right now, but they're going to be tested in Chicago, and it's very scary.
Yes.
So here's okay. Let's go to injuries. Get this out of the way real quick. Okay. Nick Lodolo, he threw 79 pitches over 4 1/3 in Louisville on Saturday. He will be pitching Friday. I cannot state enough how important it is that he is back.
That is huge.
Is huge. Caleb Ferguson threw 16 pitches, 12 strikes, and 1 inning in Double-A Chattanooga on Friday. And he's going to pitch at least 2 more games in Louisville. Having him start the season is going to be great because then it gives you, there you go. You can be like, all right, sorry, Zach Maxwell, you're going back. You're going back down. We got you.
Getting another left-handed arm in the bullpen.
A veteran left-handed arm in the bullpen. Brandon Williamson, he left shoulder fatigue, no structural issues. So this is the new pinge. His arm's tired. Okay, look, I am going to not just say it's a pinge because like his arm could be tired, his shoulder could be tired because He didn't pitch at all in 2025.
No, he had major surgery on his elbow, and that is not good. It's not going to just immediately resolve itself. And he's still young in his professional career, so he hasn't really built up the innings. So yeah, it makes sense that his arm might be tired.
Yeah. Eugenio Suarez is going to get another scan. I haven't seen anything new.
I haven't seen any updates with him.
No, he's got to get another scan to see where he's at. And Hunter Green has started his throwing program. His first bullpen session could happen in late May. So that's great. I mean, like him coming back by July, just stay afloat.
Yes, please. If we can just get these other guys healthy and just back to resembling what they were last year in terms of Abbott and Lodolo.
Hot dog.
And Rhett Lauder can just shake this off and Chase Burns keeps burning. When you get Hunter Green back, that'll just be another shot in the arm. That'll help the guys. And then hopefully you're going to have a very, energized Hunter Green, your ace.
Yep.
So, yeah, just keep your eyes on that.
That's so exciting. Now, pitching-wise this week, I didn't look at who the Cubs are throwing because I don't care. I care about who the Reds are throwing. The Reds are throwing on Friday. Fuck me. Tired. Get through. Power through. Positive energy. Yes. Brody Stevens.
Yes.
Okay. On Monday, it's Chase Petty. On Tuesday, it's Andrew Abbott. On Wednesday, it is Brady Singer. And on Thursday, it's Rhett Lauder. And after what happened this past week, except for Abbott, like having a quality start, you're real shaky about the other three.
Yeah, you just hope that Abbott starts to build on the last start that he has. Rhett Lauder, is still young, but I really do like, his mentality, and I think that was an outlier for,
I do too.
The type of performances that he'll turn in.
Yeah. And
then hopefully Singer. He is a veteran pitcher. I think he'll be able to hopefully tamp it back down.
We've seen him bounce back. And when you mentioned the forecast in Chicago, according to Jujol, Monday, sunny, 77 degrees. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, 55. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 51. Thursday, mostly cloudy, 57. That's spring.
Yeah.
So I'm not letting cold be an excuse this time, okay? But Chase Petty is making his first start this season for the Cincinnati Reds, and results in Louisville have been a mixed bag. You look at April 1st, 1 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Then you follow that up April 7th, 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Then he follows that up with 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, giving up a danger, and 1 walk with 3 Ks. Then follows that up with 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks. That's not, the no runs is sexy, but the 3 walks is a little scary, and the 3 strikeouts a little low. Then follows it up with, on April 29th, 2 1/3, 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He got pulled early because they knew he was going to come up. I'm not confident because of how inconsistent these results are. But if he's on, he's unhittable.
He has great stuff when he's on.
But that's a big ask.
Yeah.
For the guy to be like, hey, man, I know it's been tough in Louisville, but can you come up and do it big time against a team that's very hot in enemy territory in Chicago?
Yeah, it's a lot to perform well in Wrigley, especially when the Cubs are hot, and this is a very serious type. It feels much later in the year than what it does because things are just so tight in the Central.
And you don't play each other as often anymore. You've got each team gets 2 home series against each other, and that's it. Which I'm bummed. I want to be able to go to Chicago more. And I want to be able to go to St. Louis more. I want to be able to go to Pittsburgh more. I don't Milwaukee's too far. But too far of a little weekend trip like we just did with Pittsburgh. It's like I want, and it just feels like it's been taken away from us just so we can play the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim for 1 series a year.
Yeah.
It's like that's the fun of having these separate leagues and all of this shit. I know it's going away, and I'm sounding like old man yelling at cloud, But like, man, I love that shit. Now,
well, you do have a point. Away. I mean, it's your division. You want to play people in your division and prove who's the best, and then you go play other teams, sporadically. Right. But, I will miss getting to play the Cubs that frequently, getting to play the Cardinals that frequently. I mean, you can see, like, how fun are these rivalries? I mean, the next time we play Pittsburgh, it's going to be nuts.
It's going to be late June. And the next time we play the Pirates, there might be a fucking brawl.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, okay, we didn't even talk about it. That shit with Sal Stewart on Saturday, man, when he got, like, called the timeout, okay, we're standing behind home out there and like standing behind home with a group of guys, and Sal calls timeout, gets it late, and the pitcher's like, come on, really? And Sal's like, fuck you. And he just looks at him and goes, you're soft. And then the pitcher's like, all right, whatever, sets, and then just tries to drill him. And the whole stadium erupts, just like, yeah. And then all the umps meet, and they're like, yeah, dude, we can't have that. This is setting a precedent. Just immediately tossing the pitcher. Dude, I think those boos echoed, man. Hit off the skyline across the river and came back.
Oh, that's what you want to see. And I love Sal. That's the energy I want to see with people. Even if you're losing, get pissed off.
Yeah, own it, dude. And like try and spark something there.
Yeah, come out of there with something.
Yeah, and he came out with him angry.
Yeah, dude, I don't mind. Yeah, a 22-year-old lead this team. I don't care.
Yeah, dude. If he's the guy we think he is, then he's gonna take the mantle, run, and be the leader of this team when Ellie De La Cruz is gone eventually. Mm-hmm. Because we need to lock him up, dude. Watching Connor Griffin live, I was like, fuck. Why they signed? They got him on a good deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm a little worried about Chase Petty. I just because it's going to be the first one of the year, and I remember what happened last season, and it's like
hopefully our bullpen arms are ready to go. That's the thing.
A big ask.
I know. Because do you think Singer's going to go long? Do you think Abbott's going to go long? And I feel like we're going to hopefully not burn through the bullpen in game number 1 or 2.
I know, because then you've got 2 more after that. You've got to split this series in Chicago. You have to split against the Cubs since you just dropped 3 in a row to the Pirates.
Yeah, you have to come in here with some wins and just remind yourself, like, no, we are a good team. Yeah, we stumbled there, but that's in the past. We just need to get our shit back together here, and things will be good. Pitching will be fine eventually. I hope. Yeah, and I do feel confident about the offense will, some of these guys will rebound, and a lot of these other guys are starting to hit. But again, when you're down a touchdown and a half, it's not good.
Not good, dude. When we were standing there, people like, dude, there were dudes that came up to us and they're just like, man, is this a Bengals-Steelers game? And I was like, yeah, dude, this is 2012 heyday Bengals-Steelers right here. So it was fun. Everybody was so nice except for like 2 people. But why it's important to split with the Cubs, then you come home and you've got the Astros and it's Lodolo, Burns, Abbott. Okay. I feel good about 2 of those starters. We'll see with Abbott, like, the thing with Abbott, you teased it, and I feel like we need to bring it up here.
For sure. Someone had a really nice breakdown on it, and it definitely shows the mechanical issues.
Yeah, I got you here. Prehension Athletics 3 days ago tweeted out, Andrew Abbott has a 6.59 ERA over 28 innings pitched this season. He had a 2.87 ERA over 166 innings pitched last season. Andrew threw the ball with one muscles of motor tract 1 season. He's using 5 motor tract muscles this season. Watch how differently his left arm and pec region move through his delivery. Oh, I got to do editing. All right, there it is. It's all right. Consciously, he's throwing the ball. Subconsciously, his vestibular spine tract and others are signaling different muscles to move his body.
And how many times we brought up vestibular spine tracts? If I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
You've said it a bunch.
This is very technical stuff, but when you see it, up here on the screen, you're going to be able to say, oh yeah, I see what's going on.
I see what's happening here. I mean, it's just his release. It's his arm angle. He's open.
And he seems like in his last year, it's more of an upright spine situation, but now he's kind of leaning and he's overcompensating with the arm.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is the reason why a lot of his stuff is tailing.
And he's trying to hide the ball more.
Yeah, he's got it tucked down and back.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So here, so like, if we're seeing this, DJ and Andrew are seeing this.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, I haven't seen too much from the outing that he, like, where he had the quality start. Was that was the day game where he had the quality start? That was,
I believe,
Thursday. So maybe he fixed it and we haven't broken it down and really watched it yet. I'll have to take a look. I haven't had time. I was in Pittsburgh watching him.
Yeah, but that was a really nice back-to-back that you could see.
Right.
Because before we're like, I don't really know what's going on. It's got to be a little mechanical. It's got to be a little mental. And here it is just a little mechanical and probably, a little mental too. But
so
we'll see.
Hopefully he can carry this positive momentum and make these small little changes and take them to Chicago and have a really good outing.
God, how good would that feel if he has an amazing outing, goes into 7 innings, and the Reds can take a win? That is just something to build on.
And the weight can be lifted off his shoulders because Andrew's back. Or sorry,
Lodolo.
Lodolo's back.
Hey, I got you. You got me,
yeah,
brother.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's been so long.
It's been a long day. So I'm excited. I will be at the games on Friday and Saturday. Maybe Sunday. We'll see how we're feeling.
I got to do some more future science stuff. Nice. I might not be at the ballpark, but we'll see. I got
you
tickets.
have tickets for Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go.
There you go.
I got to get some stupid future science. No, I love it. but the thing I'm doing is very dumb, and I love it.
I do. It's your wheelhouse.
You'll see it eventually. But yeah,
let's round third and head for home.
Sure, let's do it.
I don't think I forgot anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. We touched on the pitching. We touched on the offense. I mean, I think this is a great ball club. I feel much better about this ball club this year than when I do last year. I've seen so many good things. It is a bit of a rough patch, and it was a really bad, series. Oh. So I don't think we're going to see another series this bad again. So I think this is going to be good going forward. The pitching will get better.
Yep.
The hitting, will be a bit.
It comes and goes.
It really does.
It's a long season, but it just feels. It hurts. It hurts more because it's the Pirates.
Yeah, it really hurts, dude.
It hurts.
But we're 35 games into the year.
Yeah, and we're not in first anymore. I can tell you that.
I think we're tied for second with the Dirty Birds.
Ugh.
But you know what? We're 2 games back, I believe, from the Cubs. And a lot of things can change. I mean, and they got on a hot start.
We're all tied sorry. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, we're 2 games back.
Okay. Hey, whatever. 2 games back.
Whatever.
That's...
The division's still all above 500. How about the Cardinals, dude? Just take it 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. There will be a regression with the Cardinals. They are a young team. There is bound to be a regression. But the devil might be packing up his bags in Milwaukee. Who knows?
Dude, that is so crazy. It's just been such a strange season so far for the Central. I mean, some teams playing a lot better than what you thought. Some teams not playing nearly as good as what you thought. But hey, whatever. We're 2 games out of first. We just were in first. I like to imagine that the next time we're back on the mic here, we'll be talking about being in first place and pooping on the Cubs.
Dude, I mean, if the playoffs started today, which they aren't, not even close, we would have 2 teams from the NL Central, 3 teams from the NL Central in the playoffs again.
That's so insane.
And that's what's gonna happen, baby.
It might, dude. It really might. But we're getting way ahead of ourselves. But still, just bear with this team. It's a really solid club. Hopefully, the pitching can really. That's the thing that kind of scares me. Yeah.
Just bounce back, Andrew. Get back to who you were in 2025.
You got this.
Lodolo, come back healthy and have the slider not give you boo boos on your fingies. And Hunter Green will eventually come back. And when Eugenio Suarez comes back off the IL with this oblique injury, he's hitting bombs again. Low stays hot. Sal Stewart figures out his issues.
Yes.
Matt McClain can start being consistent, figure out his issues, and Ellie keep being Ellie, dude. And the outfielders, they'll all just stack on top of each other, put on that trench coat, and try and sneak into a movie. Because that's what this is. It's this outfield. So I am not in any way, shape, or form concerned. I'm a little worried, but one bad week in the end of April and the beginning of May, does not change what I overall feel about the team.
That's why you play 162, baby.
That's right, dude. Peaks and valleys. Huh?
Yes.
We're trying to get rid of them.
Hey, I know. All right. May 24th. That's a Sunday. The next day, I believe, is Memorial Day. Everyone should be off. So come on out to Commonwealth Comedy Club. We're putting so much work together for this live sketch show that we do. It's called Future Science. It's some of my best friends that are on that. Billy, I'm not sure. You might make an appearance. We might have a thing for you. Who knows?
You know me. Yeah. I'm always in.
But yeah, please come out to that. Make reservations. We just got that online, I believe. So go and do that. Billy, what you got?
Right on. Saturday at, I think, 7:30. I need to double check. Burrito.
You're on the Burrito Fest?
I am. Are you on that on Saturday?
I'm not on the fest.
Okay, I am on that calendar on Saturday. Saturday. What the fuck? That's crazy.
You don't have it on there?
I guess not.
You should have something, but if you've never been in a comment before, how? It's amazing.
Yeah.
But also, Burrito Fest, their food is incredible.
It's so good.
I know it gets talked about a lot, but it could get talked about more.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess 7:30.
It has to be like a 7.
I have no idea. It starts at 2:00. Okay.
Oh, is it like the all day thing?
I think so.
Oh, is it gonna be is it gonna be outdoors?
I don't think so.
Regardless, it'll be a bunch of comics that are really funny, really cool, and then there's gonna be some awesome food.
I'm really excited. But yeah, I'm on that on Saturday, May 9th. Just don't know what time. So cool.
Check back. Yeah.
Check back. I'll post something. It doesn't matter. Thanks to Sports Drink for hosting the audio of this podcast. They're a comedy club in New Orleans. Thank you to intheclutch.com, promo code Nasty Boys. Get whatever's on there. And then thanks to Cincy Light, the Spirit of Cincinnati. And thanks for having me back in the fart dunge.
Hey, anytime. We can come back here, crawl down on the dunge, lick our wounds, but we'll be back out.
Oh, I'm licking a lot of stuff, baby.
Yeah, man.
Come on. And as always, thank you for watching and or listening. And as always, go Redlegs!
Go Redlegs!